Okay, so we're back with the Ogle SX 250, a car that's had a lot of interest with you guys in the comments because of its rarity, and you've probably not seen one like this before. Right, we're now at the body shop. We've done we've done all the metal work really. There's only a small bit of bracing left to do. And we've repaired most of the issues we had going on. So I'll just go through these now quickly. I don't know if you remember, but the bonnet didn't fit. It would dip down in the middle, and it used to stick proud of the corners here. So what we actually did is took it off the car, cut the frame that supports it, took a wedge out of it, re-welded it and pulled it back into shape. So now that has got the right curvature to it, and it matches the shape of the aperture. The next one that was much trickier was the front screen. So the front screen it had was the correct screen, but it had it. It had delaminated. All this corner here had delaminated. So we've got a new screen, which is actually off of a console Capri, I think it is. This happens to be a heated screen. It's the only one they had available. We're going to get a normal screen, I think, because that's what the customer wants. But for test purposes, at least we know this is what a new modern screen, how it fits. So we've actually had to cut and reshape both of the A-pillars sections here for the frame for the screen. We had the screen held in with small sections of rubber so we could see the gap all the way around and then modify and shape this. The other thing that was wrong is that, and that's why there's this bolt sticking through the roof, is that the roof was actually sagging down in the middle, which is something really common with fiberglass cars. They tend to sag and droop, so everything needs to be supported and held in place by framework, and there's no framework in here. So what we're going to add is some stainless steel bars. We're going to take a stainless steel bar from the top of this A-post here up to the top of the roof corner, and then a flat piece of aluminium curved to shape will go across to the other side, and that will support this and keep it in the same shape, so the window then will fit and it won't start to bow down and move around once it's painted. We've also reshaped the C-post area here as well, and all of the aperture around the door, and reshaped the door, so now the door fits properly and is even all the way around. We remade the hinges. The hinges were bodged and just a real mess, and we had to replace the pins and remake both hinges on both sides for both doors. That's sorted out. We've got the brass section to remake all of the window frames for the doors and these rear quarters. So that's being done at the moment. Bruce is going to do that in a week's time. Rear window buck has been made. So that's off with Pilkington. They're making us a brand new rear screen for it out of glass, not Perspex, so that'll be a nice addition. So the sill sections were rotten, so this has been replaced under and around here. This is all new, you can't see that, but that's all in and that's been bonded in. In the back here, this rear section at the bottom of the window had sagged in again because there's no framework underneath it. We've made a frame under here, rolled a hoop of metal and put that in, and that's connected, and that's pushed this up, and now you can see the boot fits properly along here. And we've also reshaped the boot because it didn't fit quite right, the aperture as well, and that's all done. So we're getting there with all the bodywork. Things we need to do next: we've got to make the steel frame for the window, fully trial fit the front window. We want the rear window to turn up from Pilkington so we can check that fits. Get the doors back on, and then we can really get on with finishing off the bodywork. Although the car is largely prepped now, but we just got to finish test fitting those last few bits.